Awesome. Well, yeah, it's been a little bit since the last one that I've done, but I'm trying to make it a point this year in 2026 that is my New Year's resolution.
I like that.
That I want to be more regular and out there. I want to do 2 a month. That's my goal currently. See how long I can hold that before I quit, or like the quitters week. We made it past that, but
Yeah, we're past that.
I hadn't even started my first
Yeah.
podcast and before that, so I haven't quit yet. I'm
Yeah.
like in the processing phase. But today we have Mariela. A little bit about Mariela and our relationship. It's really cool. She's kind of been in all phases, I guess you could say. We've now known each other for a little over 6 years.
Mhm.
As a athlete or a member, CrossFit member, athlete, part-time coach, and also now full-time trainer.
Mhm.
So I mean, kind of going from that like full cycle or full like kind of like going from being the one on the side getting coached to coaching others and being able to kind of take that full transition.
Yeah.
But yeah, tell people a little bit about you. Like what are you up to these days?
Okay, a little bit about me.
Let's start today. Yeah.
Okay, I was born and raised here in Vegas.
Yeah.
A little bit about me. I was a paralegal prior to becoming a personal trainer. And while I was a paralegal, I was coaching at Tread, so I was part-time coach there. But for the most part, I went to SECTA High School, so I studied there for business tech.
Yeah.
Because my parents didn't want me to be a chef. That's originally what I wanted to study
Yeah?
for. Yeah, and I hate cooking now.
What kind of chef? Like pastry?
Just-
like regular chef?
I just wanted to be a chef. Like
Okay.
that's what my dreams were in high school, right? And then my parents were like, "That's not going to get you any money." So,
Mom, Emerald.
so they were like, "You have to follow your sister's footsteps." And my sister was actually going to be an attorney.
Yeah.
And so they were like, "We want you to go to business and then make sure that you follow her footsteps, become a paralegal,
Yeah.
and then become an attorney as well."
Yeah.
So I kind of went through that route, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Not unfortunately, because it did
Yeah.
teach me a lot of great things. And so, yeah, that's just a little bit
Yeah.
about me.
So I mean, obviously you've been in Vegas your entire life?
Yep.
Yeah.
Entire life.
How long ago? I mean, you've been a part of our gyms now for 6 years, but when like have you always been in fitness? Like did you
Yes.
like what like high school sports? Like what?
Mhm.
Like tell me more about that.
Yeah, so I actually played soccer for all 4 years of high school. And then I did some swim and volleyball. So I was very athletic. My
Yeah.
parents didn't really put me in sports when I was little because they
Yeah.
didn't have the money to do that, you know?
Okay.
But I've always enjoyed sports in high school. And then after high school, I still went to the gym, didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
Obviously, I was just like trying to be healthy.
Sure.
And then after that, I started getting into CrossFit because of my boyfriend now, Edward.
Yeah.
And he kind of introduced me to it. He was like, "Let's do a CrossFit workout at EOS." And after that, he's like, "Did you like that?" And I was
Yeah.
like, "That was fun. Like we
Yeah.
were doing some cleans and stuff." He's like, "You should go try out a CrossFit
Yeah.
gym."
That brings me to kind of my next like. Do you remember what the like the first day of walking into a CrossFit gym?
Yes.
Do you remember that day?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
A lot of
What was the workout?
testosterone.
What was the workout? Do you remember?
Um,
I remember mine. That's
Oh
why I
my
didn't know
God.
if you like remembered
No,
your
I don't
specific
remember it.
workout.
I don't remember it now.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Like what was that like as a like person that like was fit, like that's doing like athlete like type stuff? Like I mean, was there a long transition between like high school sports and like group fitness CrossFit, or was it kind of like one led right into the other, or like
It was it was maybe like 2 years after I graduated high school that I started CrossFit after.
okay.
So not too long, but there was a gap there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
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 And then that was, I mean, how long were you at that gym before you had
So EOS.
Yeah.
Then I went. My first CrossFit gym was Camp Rhino.
Yeah.
And I started there. Loved it. I actually got a job there as a front desk receptionist.
Oh,
and
awesome. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
a receptionist there. I had quit my dental assisting job because I wanted to actually pursue to own my own gym.
Oh, wow.
At a young age, I was like, wow, I want
Yeah.
to own my own gym.
So
And
you were paralegal still and front desk person
At that
and dental assistant
at that
and
time,
yeah,
at that time, I was just dental assistant, and then I quit dental assisting to become a
yeah,
receptionist.
yeah.
And
At the
so,
front desk of
yes,
there.
yeah, and
Still
so
no legal yet.
still no legal yet,
Okay.
yeah. And then that's when I switched to that,
Yeah.
and that was an experience, but it also showed me like the back end of things of like how a gym kind of
Yeah.
works. And then I kind of gave up on my hopes again.
Yeah. The shit show of like, oh, I don't want to do this. No, I'm just
Yes,
kidding.
and not only that, but at the time the
Like, I
owner,
don't want to be a gym owner.
at the time the owner was also very like, this is really hard.
Yeah.
It's not possible. Like you
Yeah.
need this and this and this. And so it
Yeah.
kind of like brought down my hopes. And so I kind of gave up on it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'm going to be a CrossFit athlete
Yeah.
and I'm going to make it to the games and I'm going to do my best. And so
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
I got really addicted to CrossFit and I was just
Yeah.
like busting my ass all the
I
time.
remember, I mean, when you were, I mean, I don't know how long it was after that point, but you were obviously in legal at that point.
Mhm.
And shout out to Orlando, the Castro
Yes.
Verde.
Yeah.
Super fitness, forward thinker, works out every day, and was willing to, like, with his, like, team of, like, at his, like, practice that, like, anybody that was willing to, like, follow him or that wanted to be part of it, that he was willing to pay for their gym
Yeah.
memberships. And that's kind of how I met Mariela.
Yeah.
That, I mean, he, in essence, brought her into our gym,
Yeah.
brought you into our gym and paid for your membership for being part of his, like, law firm. And
Yep.
I found it really cool because, like it's not a big amount of money per month, but it is a different type of investment that I find a
Definitely.
lot of people, like, in different, like, businesses, like, it would be cool if there was more of that. Like, yes, it's only $200 a month
Yes.
or $50 a week or, like, 50 cents an hour, like, whatever that breaks down to exactly. But, like, just the, like, hey, like, I want you to be part of this. I want you to be healthy. I want you to be, like, find people around you to keep you, like, motivated and stuff like that. And the fact that he was kind of leader from the front in that aspect and was willing to give anybody that was within his law firm and within his practice free memberships to come in. And I mean, as long as they were attending, that was his only
Yes.
rule, is that, like, you needed to attend 2 to 3 times a month.
Yeah.
And then it needed to be, like, part of your actual thing.
Yeah. I would snitch
Um,
people out sometimes. I'm like, they're not showing up.
Yeah. No, I know.
Like-
I send reports and stuff like that from time to time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it definitely, I mean, kind of leads to that. And I mean, next part, but like when did training give you or what did training give you, like, outside the gym? Like, what did, like, when you said that you wanted to be, like, an athlete, like, what was the why then? Like
Well-
like, what made you, like, motivate that, like, you're like, "I wanna be a CrossFit Games athlete," or, like, "I wanna, like, go all in on this." Was
Yeah.
it, like, that, like, the other side wasn't being fulfilled? Did you just feel more comfortable in the gym than, like, outside the gym? I know you said you went front desk and you're like, "I wanna be a gym owner," and you're like, "No more gym owner, now I'm gonna be paralegal," but, like,
Mhm.
I'm now paralegal and CrossFit, like,
Mhm.
athlete. You're, like, competing with Julie and Stephanie,
Mhm.
like, you're doing local competitions.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, we drove to Utah for
Yeah.
a
so
competition
much
out
fun.
there,
Yeah.
and I mean, stuff like that, and I mean, it's crazy to think how long ago that was.
Yeah, I know.
But, what about, like, what was it that, like, inside the gym and, like, being fit that, like, drew you there, that, like, you're willing to give it so much more than just, like, hey, 3 times a week type deal?
Yeah. I think honestly it's the people like that just push you. But not only that, I think it's also like the discipline that it takes to get to that point, you know?
Yeah.
Obviously you have to have so much discipline and to get to the athlete part of CrossFit. But I liked it so much and I liked working out because it got me out of my head. It would just
Mhm.
be like that time for me and I enjoyed that. So I didn't mind coming to the gym and just busting my ass and just like dying
Yeah.
on the floor after, you know?
Yeah.
So I think it's just more of that aspect, like getting out of my head and believing in myself and knowing that I could accomplish these things.
Yeah. Was there anybody early on, I mean, that kinda, like, helped impact your training that, like, maybe didn't even realize it at the time, but now, like, reflecting back that, like, really, like, pushed you or motivated you, whether it's coaches or whether it was other athletes?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely. Like the girls that I competed with,
yeah,
Julia, Stephanie, you know,
yeah,
like I saw them and I'm like, dude, they're freaking so good. Like that's crazy. They're very inspirational, you know?
yeah,
So obviously seeing them and then like not only that, but you know that I worked out with you like what at
yeah,
6 a.m. all the time.
yeah, yeah,
And so then like you pushing me, making me be better,
Yeah.
making sure that I was doing like the movements right,
Yeah.
I feel like everybody in the strip CrossFit definitely pushed me to be a better person.
Yeah.
Not only that, but a better athlete, and everybody was always just so supportive, like, "You could go
Yeah.
heavier, like, just add
Yeah.
a little
Yeah.
bit more weight?"
Yeah. I still
So
remember when you what was it, 405 deadlift?
oh,
What
I
was the
wish
weight?
it was
350, no,
405.
315.
Yeah,
315. I remember
315.
that. Yeah.
Yes, yeah,
I remember that day during the
yeah,
6
yeah,
a.m.
and
class. I
that
was
was
like,
crazy to me.
fuck.
Yeah. I was like, "Dang, I'm
I'm
booked."
like, she's the strong one on the team. Because Stephanie had
Oh
some
my
like
god.
hip issues and couldn't really
Yeah,
deadlift heavy. And I mean,
yeah,
Julia was a little bit older and a little bit smaller
yeah,
athlete. But I was like, Marielle is the lifter
yeah, definitely on the
of
deadlifts,
the
I was for
team and
sure.
everything like
Yeah.
that. And it was like, all right, that was like, we'll just let her lift everything
Yeah.
heavy.
So yeah, I think it's the community,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. And I mean, that was like I said, I mean, obviously you came in, I mean, it's been 6 years total. And then about shit, is it Tread will be 4? Is it
Yeah.
4 years now?
Yeah.
So like we're getting ready to open Treads 4 years ago. We're creating a boot camp next door. And like obviously I'm wanting to keep difference. Like I want like my team of coaches for CrossFit and I want a different team of coaches for
Mhm.
Tread. Do you remember that moment like that you thought like I could coach?
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
so clearly.
Yeah. Tell me
So
about it.
you guys posted a
Yeah.
post on Instagram like, "Hey, we're hiring coaches for Tread Vegas," right?
Yeah.
And then Steph was like, "Hey, you should apply for this." And then I was like, "No, I don't think I'll be good." She's like, "No, you'd be great. Like, you should do it." And I've always wanted to be a coach.
Yeah.
I just never wanted to do personal training because I wasn't confident in myself.
Mhm.
And so she's like, "Just try it. Like, just what hurts? Like, nothing's gonna
Yeah.
happen if you apply." And I was like, "Okay, you're right. Let me just give it a shot."
Yeah.
And then that's when I had texted the Tread Vegas
Yeah.
Instagram, like, "Hey, I'm interested. Like, what do I
Yeah.
need to do?"
No, I remember like what was it that scared you the most about stepping into the trainer role from like
Honestly,
being a member?
honestly, it's making sure that people believed in me to believe in themselves.
Yeah.
Like, do you have the confidence in me so that you can actually do these movements? And like, also obviously knowing what I'm talking about. Like,
Yeah.
I never did personal training. So I was
Yeah.
like, what if I'm wrong in this movement? Sometimes
Yeah.
I doubt myself, like, while I'm in CrossFit, like, oh, is my back like good? Like,
Yeah.
am I squatting low enough? And so it's the doubt in the head again, once again, like just doubting myself,
Yeah.
not thinking that I can't coach
Yeah.
others.
Yeah. How did it feel? Like, I mean, especially early on, because I have my thoughts about it, but like, how did it feel for you? Like the first, like, we'll call it 6 months, like when you were like training people that you used to train next to, like in that, like, hey, like Joe is no longer like your workout partner, but now you're like coaching Joe
Yes,
or
yes.
like whoever. How did that feel?
At first, it was nerve-wracking, I won't lie.
Yeah.
I think that everybody kind of needs to get into their groove of how they're going to be a coach, right?
Yeah.
And I kind of see how you coach. I saw how Steph coached. I saw
Yeah.
how Candace coached. So I kind of get my little things of what I like from
Yeah.
coaches, and then I put it into myself.
Yeah.
So it was scary at first, but I think I just got the groove of it, and I started
Yeah.
realizing what kind of coach I want to be.
Yeah. Were there moments where like training felt right, but like law felt like safe? Or like where
Yes,
like and
absolutely.
like how was that for you?
Like, obviously, the law was my safe area, my
Yeah.
safe spot where, like,
Yeah.
I'm always going to have this job forever.
Yeah.
And training was more like, this is your side gig. You're never going to be super great at it. So that's all it's ever going to be.
Yeah. And then like without getting kind of into it too much yet, um, how'd your body and mind like how did you feel during that period? Like, I mean, were there days where like you're like, I need to just like focus completely on law? Were there days where like, hey, like you know what I mean? Like what
Yeah.
was like did you doubt yourself in terms of like that you're giving too much focus towards like your side gig and stuff like
Mhm.
that, and that like you're not giving 100% effort?
Yes,
'Cause
there
at
was.
Yeah, because I know that there was one point where, like, you did leave, De Castro Verde and
Mhm.
obviously joined another law firm, and
Yes.
I felt like I mean, you were still coaching at Tread. You
Yeah.
were coaching at Tread at that point,
Yeah.
and, like, I felt it that, like, I was like, okay, like maybe this is the point that like she feels that she's going to shift and like move on out of fitness
Mhm.
and go
Just
back
focus
to
on.
yeah, and like continue to progress and be like, hey, this is gonna give me like the full focus.
Yeah.
But like, was it different? Was it like where like how'd that feel like in terms of that? Was there a changeover or was just like, hey, I just need something new. I need to try it like something a little different and see
There was
if
a
this is it?
turnover. Obviously, DLG is a very big company, and
Yeah.
they have multiple offices. And then I went to a smaller law firm, so then that kind of took away a lot of weight off my shoulders as far as work goes. Um, so I was able to focus more on the fitness side of it because
Yeah.
I loved coaching group fit. Like I love coaching tread.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Ooh, I want to post more reels of me coaching, more content of that." Like
Yeah.
so that we get more members in and just
Yeah.
like build a bigger
Yeah.
community there, right? So I do feel like I was actually focusing more on tread than I was in my paralegal job. Because in my paralegal job, I knew it basically all. Like
Yeah.
it was just kind of a daily routine for me at this point where I go into the office, I know exactly what I'm going to do that day
Yeah.
because it's just easy work now.
Yeah.
Whereas in like tread, it was something totally different. And I loved and enjoyed coming in.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like work when I was coaching people.
Yeah.
So I would say that I actually focused on my part time more than I did on my full time.
Yeah. And then kind of moving in, I mean, kind of the leap. So like you're choosing training and like you're going there. Like what was the hardest part about walking away from law?
Hardest part, I want to say the people.
Yeah.
Like it's not even the work. Like I'm not
Yeah.
going to miss the work.
Yeah.
It was the people that I got to, meet and the people that actually helped me grow.
Yeah.
Um, there was a lot of people at my old firm where they really supported me, like completely with
Yeah.
the whole transition. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I want to say it's the people.
Was there a point in life or like people in your life that like kind of doubted you of wanting to move into being a trainer?
I don't want to say they doubted me.
Or like that like we're like, I don't know if that's the right like path.
Oh,
Like
yes. Yes. Of course, you have your
I remember the
parents.
conversation with you. I
Yes.
mean, we had a
Yeah.
2-hour
Yeah.
conversation about it.
So my mom at some point was like, I don't know, like, do you think this is the right choice? Obviously my significant other as well, he kind of was like, well, like, do you have a plan?
Yeah.
Like, what's your plan here?
Yeah.
And so I do appreciate him for like actually pushing me to have a plan
Yeah.
because I was just gonna just go for it and just
Yeah.
jump right into it with no plan at all.
Yeah.
So the fact that like he kind of put that into my head made it so much better
Yeah.
that I did it, or
Yeah.
jumped into it, I guess you can say. But yeah, you have those people that kind of doubt you.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I remember we talked for almost 2.5 hours and like I was kind of telling you the same thing. I was like, hey, like it's gonna be like different. Like you're
yeah,
gonna have to like if you want to give it a full focus and you want to do this, like it is, but like at the beginning, like you're just gonna have to say, like, hey, like I'm gonna have to do the reps,
Yeah.
like I'm gonna need to do the work
yeah,
and like have no backup fallout plan for it. Just
Yeah.
be like all in on it. And I remember like sitting down with you and I mean, even when we were getting ready to open Tread our second location, I'm like I'm like sometimes to a fault, but like if you're part of my community or you want to do something and I can benefit you or help,
mhm.
like I want to like see it. So like I'm like Mariela gets every class
Yeah.
telling Harrison, I'm like whatever she needs to do to make sure that she's good,
Yeah.
like help her out, make it so that like she doesn't have to take on too many personal training clients at the
Yeah.
beginning. That like hey, whatever that is, like make sure that like she can like again, I don't think that I'm gonna make it so you can succeed, but I'm
Mhm.
gonna do everything I can to like
To help.
make it so that like that the opportunity if you want to pursue it or if you want to do it, whether that's in training or like
Yeah.
as a tread member or tread like coach or like I said in personal training, like I want to do everything I can to like move forward. And I remember like
Yeah.
sitting down there and like looking at the entire thing and like you saying, hey, like I want to like give this up, and we're like, all right, what do we need? Like what do we need to do? Like,
Yeah.
what's that financially look like?
Yeah.
What's that like time wise look like? And like,
Yeah.
what type of dedication and things am I
Yeah.
not like thinking about?
Yes.
And like
Yes.
that to me was like, I mean, kind of like as like coach, mentor, I guess a little bit of everything, like boss.
Yeah.
I'm like, how can I like help her, like help and like find like herself within it and like
Yes.
continue to like keep her within like our community of people.
Yeah. And
And
I was so grateful for that. I was just talking to T about that the other day. I was like, I don't want to say that I have it easy.
yeah,
I want to say that I had the right people around me.
yeah,
And like literally, if it weren't for you guys, like you, T, everybody in the personal training room right next to us, like
yeah,
I wouldn't be where I'm at right now because
yeah,
everybody has helped me so much, not only from giving me the classes that I need just to start off, but also giving me the information that they have to be
yeah.
successful and where they're at
Yeah, I
now.
think we have a great group. I mean, we have 15 personal trainers and like I always get nervous that like obviously when you add more I mean, more people, more like personalities and
Yeah,
stuff like that that they're not going to like that there could be one that's not going to mesh. I feel like we've like
did so good. Yeah,
never knock on wood like had
I
that
know.
where like everybody wants to see everybody else succeed. Everybody's super excited to like meet their clients and
Yeah.
like when there's PRs or people that are around the gym or whatever that like they're just excited to like see other people win and
Yes.
like not like hey like oh she's lucky or this or that.
Yeah.
It's like when somebody's doing like a pop-up event and they have like 40 people, everybody's like let's fucking go. Like it's
Yes.
not like oh she just gets this or like that type of thing. I think
Yes.
that like or like Greg, like I mean he runs his first like half marathon
Yeah.
and like you guys show up for him and
Yeah.
like that like to him like just like shows that like everybody's there. It's not like me putting the work in on my feet and like
Yeah.
nobody's like seeing it, but that like
Supporting.
everybody's there and like in support and like seeing that.
Yeah.
Um, but like how like what was that point of like that gut point of like no return? Like what was the event? Like how did that like make you feel?
Obviously after I put my 2 weeks in, I was like, there's no return here, sis. Like you gotta get it.
Yeah,
um, yeah, after I put my 2 weeks in, I said I have to freaking make this work.
yeah,
Like there's no other way. You're not giving up. You're doing it. And I'm one of those people that if I commit to something, I'm gonna go like
yeah,
full on. I'm not
yeah,
gonna freaking give up. There's gonna be like speed bumps and shit, but like you have to do what you have to do to succeed. And
yeah,
like it always stuck to my head that you said the first year is gonna suck. Maybe 2 years, maybe three.
yeah,
You don't even know how long it's gonna take, right? But you have to bust your ass in order to like have that freedom later on, right?
yeah,
So that's what I'm doing, just busting my ass, trying to get clients, trying to promote, trying to do content, like
yeah,
just do it all. And it's paying off.
yeah.
It's working.
What was that? Do you remember the first like the first actual transaction of asking somebody for money and like it not like going through like not ringing somebody out like
Yeah.
in like the tread computer for
Yeah.
like a water or
Yeah.
like a drop in, but like the first ask of like
For
asking
my
a
fees.
client to pay you money to train
Yeah.
them. Like tell me more about that. Like
It was
do you remember the
hard.
person? Who was the first person?
First person was
First person non-family member.
okay.
I don't even know if they pay you.
I was gonna say
mom's got free.
yeah.
Sis has got free.
No, they
No, I'm
both
kidding.
actually
Yeah.
pay.
Yeah. Awesome.
As they should.
Yes. That keeps you motivated. You got to pay
Yes.
money to get something.
But
What was the first like outside, like the first person that wasn't truly connected to you in terms
okay.
of that?
First person. You actually gave me this referral. It was somebody that was seeking personal training here.
Yeah.
And I was like, shit, like this is gonna be too much, like I don't know how to even ask them for money. Like,
Yeah.
so I put out a price point there.
Yeah.
And then I was like, remember what Joe said. Stay firm on your pricing. Don't go down just because you're a newbie. Like, you know what you're freaking doing, Mariela. Like, don't sell yourself short. And then I put it out there, and my client was like, okay, I start next week. And I was like, what? I was like, that was so easy.
They're not always like that. Then
They're
like
not
the next
always like
five,
that.
you're like, oh shit.
Yeah,
It's a little bit harder.
I've had
You're like,
some,
what have I been waiting for all this time? I should just double down, like double the pricing.
but no, I will say that I did get really lucky with my first few clients. Like everybody was willing to pay what I had
Yeah.
told them, And
Yeah.
so I was kind of shocked. And like you said, I was
Yeah.
like, what the hell am I doing? Like,
Yeah.
let's get it going,
Yeah.
And then I did have those people that were like, ghost.
Yeah.
Oh, that's too high for me. Oh, yeah, no thanks. Like,
Yeah.
so don't get me wrong, I've gone
Yeah.
through them, but
Yeah. I remember the point like when you put in your 2 weeks and you said that you were fully in and you almost, at least in tread, like you found your voice.
Mhm.
Meaning like you went from like this is like it was almost like an identity switch
Yeah.
in terms of like I do this because it's fun as it's a hobby to like no, I'm a trainer. Like
Yes.
like you dressed like you were there like professionally. You were like you found a voice that was louder. You
Yeah.
were more confident to tell people, correct people, to cue people. And like I could like just like it was just a difference of personality switch within that like 2 weeks where it went from like I'm not sure if like I'm here to
Yeah.
like no,
I
I'm
am
here.
here.
Like this is
Yeah.
me.
Yes.
Like like what strengths have you discovered in being a personal trainer, in being more group fitness and more like fitness that like you don't feel like you had or like that you don't feel like you had not that you don't feel like you had, but like that you've discovered more about yourself.
That I do know my shit. Like, I do know what I'm talking about, and yeah, I have a voice. Like, okay,
Yeah.
you use it sometimes, like in tread, like, yeah, you scream, you say the workout, that's kind of it, right?
Yeah.
But now, like you said, I know what I'm doing, and it's okay to correct people, even though they go to CrossFit,
Yeah.
right? And they're already athletes and they've been doing this for many years.
Yeah.
You can correct that person because sometimes
Yeah.
they're like maybe just a lazy day and they're kind of like rounding their
Yeah.
back, So like pull your shoulders back, like
Yeah.
just tell them. Don't be scared to
Yeah.
tell an
To give
athlete.
feedback.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just like you guys do at CrossFit with me. Like
Yeah.
I've been here for 6 years and it's like
Yeah.
sometimes you're still like the back squat situation
Yeah.
the other day. You were like, hey, you're kind of tilting this way. And it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I didn't even know I was doing that,
Yeah.
So just because somebody's an athlete doesn't mean that you're not right or it
Yeah.
doesn't mean that you can't correct them.
Yeah.
So just finding my voice, like you said.
Yeah. How has helping others like transformed like your confidence? Do
Ooh,
you feel like it has? Like do you feel like confidence at
yes.
the gym, confidence in life? Like how is like helping others like different than like what you were doing prior?
Um, yeah, I guess like prior, obviously, I gave him money. I was like, hope you feel better. You were in a car
Yeah.
accident. Here's
Yeah.
your money.
Yeah.
Recover soon, right?
Yeah.
That feels great to you because you're compensating them for their injuries. But now it's more like,
Give me
wow.
that money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Now it's more like, wow. Like my clients will text me and they'll say, like, dude, I could see like my clothes fitting better this time.
Yeah.
Like it's a little bit loose. And it's like, wow, like we did that,
Yeah.
not me, not just me, because you also obviously put the effort in there, but like teamwork and then just knowing that I can change somebody's life,
Yeah.
health wise.
Yeah.
Like my mom had all these, like, she got her blood test
Yeah.
and the doctor was like, wow, your blood test came in good. Like there's
Yeah.
like your cholesterol is
Yeah.
gone, like high
Don't need
cholesterol.
medicines. You just need to work
Literally,
out.
like she was like, Mija, this
Yeah.
stuff is working. I was like, of course it's working, mother. Like what? And then she had a lot of like a joint pain.
Yeah.
Her joint pain is going away now. Like she's like,
Yeah.
my elbows don't hurt no more. My knees are fine. Like before, I always had pains. Like knowing that it's not just what you see in the mirror, but also like what it is internally
Yeah.
makes me feel great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if obviously it took a while to get there,
Mm-hmm.
like like what would you tell your younger self like that would surprise her the most? Like between like the girl that wanted to be a gym owner to the girl that like gave up on that to the girl that like, hey, I need to do what my family tells me to do.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's like a job opportunity, like it's a job, like
Yeah.
that pays good, that like you can survive on.
Yeah.
But like you're thriving,
Yeah.
you have clients, you've
Mm-hmm.
now pretty much given up your entire role of classes at our Henderson location
Yeah.
when you are one and only. Now you're like
Literally.
now you're down to like one. I mean,
Yeah.
or one, or I think it's almost the last one, right?
Yeah.
Like
My
you're
last one was
yeah.
last week. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, full circle of
Yeah.
like stepping into like that training role. Like what would you like, or somebody that like is nervous that like they love fitness or they love helping people, but they're
Mm-hmm.
like, hey, like I have stability over here.
Yeah.
What would you tell like younger you?
Like, don't doubt yourself. Um, I'm gonna get a little emotional right now. Like, don't doubt yourself because you're capable of many things. It's funny because I was always like, I want to be like an athlete, but I am an athlete. Like
Yeah.
I might not be at that level of others, that is competing, but I bust my ass on the daily.
Yeah.
Um, and you could definitely do whatever you set your heart to,
Yeah.
It's just crazy that I really was like, I just want to be in the gym all the time. And look at me, like I'm
Yeah.
literally in the gym 24/7.
Now you're here every day.
Yeah. So it's like, well, you're gonna get what you want, and like it's gonna happen, and you're gonna love it, everything about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely
No,
that.
awesome. So I mean, kind of going into that, and I mean the ripple effect of like you and like being able to affect other people's life. Like, is there a client moment that still sticks with you emotionally? Like
Um,
a PR, weight loss? Like, is there something like where
a
you were
lot of my
like the
clients,
first one that you were just like, oh my gosh, like I can't like all the things that like doubted myself on. Like,
yeah.
is there like a specific moment?
I'm actually gonna shout out one of my girls, Jasmine. She started with me. She reached out to me through Instagram actually,
Yeah,
and she wanted to get personal training done. The first week that I started with her, she couldn't even get through the full workout. She would
yeah,
like, kind of get dizzy and like, she couldn't really like finish the workout.
yeah,
And then now she's doing like full strength training,
yeah,
lifting heavy weights, like she's doing her own workouts on her own. Like I I'm just so impressed with her. I was
yeah,
like, dude, you couldn't even do this before. Like you couldn't even go through a whole workout. Now you're doing a whole ass workout, but you're lifting so much heavier. Like
yeah.
it's crazy to think that, you can do that and like you believing in your client makes such a big difference.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know, especially I mean in the CrossFit space. I mean, I so many times like have to like repoint back up to like the committed clubs, which I wish I did it day one because it would be so nice to have all the extra names. But I
Yeah.
was so nervous because so many people were already into the 200s and 300 classes. But
Yeah.
it was like it's like people reflecting on like, hey, like I'm further along than I was a week
Day
ago,
one.
a
Yeah.
month ago,
Yeah.
like and that like, hey, like just because you see other people that are further than you down the path doesn't mean that you're not getting progress. That
Yeah.
like stop doubting yourself and like doubting the process of like what is working. Like,
Mhm.
hey, like let's reflect back on like what you were doing, like with an empty bar, you couldn't get through a
Yeah.
workout. And like the fact that like, I mean, again, it sometimes like, I mean, people just need to be reminded that like, hey, like you're not even to 100 classes yet.
Yeah.
Like, there's people on this board that are working out next to you that have been here for 1,000,
Yeah.
and, like, you're trying to compare your
That.
less than 100 journey
Yeah.
to their 1,000 journey and saying, like, "I'm not strong." I'm like, "You're not strong yet. Like,
Yes.
stop. Like,
Yes.
you're just not there.
Yes.
Like, let us, like, get you there, but
Yeah.
you need to stay in here and come every day
Yeah.
so that I can get you to 100, to get you to 250, to get you to 500, to, like, be fit for life." It's not a 30
Yeah.
days. You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna get to 100 in 30 days. Like,
Yeah.
it's not possible.
Yeah. I
Like, so
agree.
stop thinking that, like, all the results are now or never.
Yeah.
That, like, hey, like, there's levels to this, but, like, you have to start somewhere, and you have to just continue to progress.
Yes.
And it's,
Yes.
like, one thing that, like, I mean, even, like, when I opened the gym, like, I mean, there was so many gyms, so many CrossFit gyms that like all they cared about was like the PRs. That like it
Mhm.
was like, hey, like
Oh
on
yeah, the PR boards.
the
Yeah.
wall like
Yeah.
was bench press, was back squat, and like so many people come in and they're like, I'll never like, you know what? Like I've been doing CrossFit and fitness now for 15 years and I still can't bench 225.
Mhm.
But that wouldn't even be close to a 1 rep max wall.
Yeah.
But I can hit 1,000 classes because
Mhm.
if I just keep showing up, if I just keep doing a little bit more, like I'm gonna get further than where I was yesterday and
Yeah.
where I was a month ago and where I was a year ago.
Yeah.
You know, like in that, like just trying to like keep people motivated in
Mhm.
that term, like gives me like that like fills my cup every day of like, hey, like I'm watching these people like around me that
Yeah.
like they don't see it, but like if we put the results in the computer, now I can like take
Show
their
it to you.
face
Yeah.
and make them look at their phone and be like, "Look where you were. Look where you
Look.
were like 500 classes ago." Or like, "Look how much stronger you were. You were not
Yeah.
even doing a ball. Like you were literally squatting to a med ball with no barbell. Now you
Exactly.
have 200 pounds on there and you're like, oh, I don't have a 300-pound back squat." And I was
Yeah.
like, you couldn't even air squat. I'm like, you couldn't even squat without falling over. Now
Yeah.
look where you're at now. And I
Yeah.
mean, just those like opportunities that I mean you get with people that like I mean it continues to just like reinforce like what we're doing is for the better good of like other people. That, like
Yes.
yes, like there's an operational cost. Yes, people need to like pay money to be bought in. And like, especially early on, I feel like when you do it, like when it's for free or it's cheap or whatever, it's like so much easier to let it go
Yeah.
than when you're like, no, this is what it is. And
Yeah.
like, I want you to come along for that journey, and I want to do it. And it's not that I'm being greedy. I'm just saying that like, hey, we both need buy-in, and I need the buy-in to come in here and give you my all every day, which costs money. And like, I also need you to be emotionally and financially like supported in it as well.
Yes.
And just kind of finding that balance of like the two.
Yeah. I agree.
What, like, when a client tells you like you've changed their life, how do you process that?
I'm like, what? I did that? Like, how can I have done that?
Like, does it still feel like you still feel the exact same about it? Like,
Yes,
is it,
every time, you know, like, yeah, it might not have been like, oh, you changed my life, or it could also just be like, you are my support system, or like, I look forward to our sessions because you are my therapy
yeah,
at this point, you know, like you help me get through some of my bad days.
yeah,
And that's an amazing feeling. Like, damn, I'm a therapist as well.
yeah. So, I mean, like, how do you handle like the emotional weight of like being the like support?
Um,
Like,
is it hard?
like just like when people confide in you, like when they're telling you that like, hey, like I wasn't able to like play with my daughter, or like I like for me and my like weight loss journey way back, like and I never confided in it. I don't think in any specific person, but like mine was like when I was at like Express Men's, which was Structure at the time, and like I could no longer fit in the largest pair of like jeans that they had.
Okay.
And like I wish it was done more like personal trainer wise, but like there was a couple of us that like got together, and like I mean I've told the story before, but like there's emotional like moments or triggers,
Yes.
and like clients like tell you like this is what brought me into the gym. This is what
Yes.
finally made me reach out.
Yeah.
And like how do like
How do I deal with those
yeah, how
emotions
do you
that they
like yeah.
Yeah. I think that I deal that with them pretty well. Not because I'm just like I think I try to put myself in their shoes.
Yeah.
And just make sure that like I understand their perspective, right? I try to get away from personal and like work, because sometimes those could like, you know, you take work home and
Yeah.
you shouldn't
Oh,
be
I
taking
do.
it home.
Shit, I do.
She said,
You motherfuckers text me all the time. The door. Hey, you know what? I'll be back in at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. You know what? I know your Wi-Fi's not, or your Wi-Fi app's not working to let you in the front door.
Yeah, that's totally different.
Oh, that's different. Don't take that home. You take that one home with you, because that affects my day.
Yes.
But
for
when
sure.
it's yeah.
I think I handle it pretty well. I try to, you know, be there for my clients as much as I can, but also not let it affect my emotions too. I'm a very sensitive person, as you can tell.
Yeah.
But
As you can tell, yeah.
I'm like cry.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
So
That's my goal.
it's tough.
I'm gonna cry at least once on every podcast episode.
So it's tough when it comes down to like making sure that I kind of separate that, because I don't want to take it home. I want to make sure that it stays here. You know.
I think there's a balance, and I think early on, like in anything, like there's a reason why people are average, and there's people like to be like above average or to be excellent, like you have to do what everybody else isn't doing. And early on, that sometimes means that like you're working 3 to 5 to 10 times as hard to try to catch up, to try to make up the ground of those around you, and just prove to yourself that like you truly can do it, and that you're in the right place, and that like sometimes it's just like at the beginning, it's not about working smarter. It's literally about just doing more reps.
Yeah.
Like I just need to do more work. I need to take more sales calls. I need to be in front of more people asking for money, so that I can almost get numb to it and learn a process, so that like later on, like I can start pulling myself out of certain things and being like, all right, yeah, I am going to have a little bit more. But at the beginning, it's like, hey, you know what? It's like, I'm 100% here, because like average is like everybody else, you know?
Yes.
And it's like, if I want to be like above average, if I want to be excellent, I have to do what everybody else isn't doing,
Yeah.
you know, and do that for longer than what everybody else is willing to do it for. And then eventually, like, I can start to like, I don't want to say reap the rewards, but like I could start to like try to maybe find a little bit more kind of like balance to it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that kind of brings into like the next like question or like area, I guess you could say. And like, I want to kind of self brag on me and the gyms. Like what's kept you here 6 years? Like for most people, like, it's kind of crazy, right? Like, I mean,
Yes.
to like be at like one, like
Gym for a
within
very
like
long
one
time.
person or one group for like
Yeah.
6 years. Like, what keeps you like here?
It's so funny because, obviously, I went to Camp Rhino first, and you have a community there,
Yeah.
right? And when I transitioned to, the strip CrossFit, I was kinda, like, hesitant because I'm like, "This is a whole new group of people.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody."
Free membership though.
Yeah, free membership sounds great. So, obviously, like, I was hesitant for the community because they weren't my same friends.
Yeah.
But then you get that community again. People are freaking nice all the time in CrossFit. I don't know why people are scared to walk into a CrossFit
Yeah.
gym. Everybody is
Yeah.
nice and everybody supports you no matter what it is. Like, it doesn't matter if you're freaking doing a freaking squat to a wall ball or like they're gonna support you and they're gonna be like, yeah, keep going, you know?
Yeah.
And so obviously community has kept me here. Really close friendships. Like I've built so many friends here, not only just like community, like it's different community, and then you have friendships that
Yeah.
you actually invite over to your house, you go eat dinner
Yeah.
with, like
Yeah, I see all the time. I never get the invites for like the
shut
Thanksgiving.
up.
Sunday nights. Like Joe wouldn't go on a Sunday.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
I'm
That's
like,
why.
you're right, but I like the invite. They're like,
So it's the people. Also the workouts are really challenging, which pushes me to challenge
yeah,
myself. Um, but yeah, that's what I will
yeah.
say.
So how has this place evolved, and how
Oh my God, it's
how has this
crazy.
like changed over like the 6 years? Quite a bit, right?
Uh, yeah,
Yeah. I
very,
mean, even
very
this
much.
place
Yeah.
that we're sitting right now.
Like, where are
Yeah,
we?
yeah. We're not sitting on the couch in the gym where I filmed my first podcast like 5 years
Dude,
ago for another
you have a
podcast
first
channel.
podcast in your gym in the strip CrossFit.
No, I did it with it was for Best Hour of Their Day
Oh, okay.
podcast, but it
Yeah.
was like 4.5 years ago, and it was us just sitting on the couch because he was traveling.
Oh,
And
okay,
now it's
okay.
like 4.5 years from that point.
That's
Now it's like,
crazy.
oh, now I have my own
Yeah.
podcast studio and I have my own guests, and I'm no longer the guest, but like in that, like
Yeah,
have
that's
the
so cool.
conversations and the talks and stuff like
But yeah,
that.
it's changed a lot. Like, dude, I started with just the CrossFit gym, and like you said, then we built the Tread Vegas right next door,
Yeah,
and then we had in the Tread Vegas the strip barbell, which was just a freaking little tiny room. I
yeah,
was just telling one of my clients this other day, and I was like,
yeah,
and then we just had a lot of drop-ins that wanted to come in, so we had to have a freaking bigger gym.
yeah,
So Joe was like, "Freak it, let's
yeah.
open a fucking
Yeah,
big ass gym."
we had a lock on the treadmill room just so people wouldn't go in there and like
Yeah,
start like this room's so tiny for barbell. I could
yeah,
go over here and there's this giant gym space with and like carrying barbells out. I was like, fuck, nope, lock it. Like had like deadbolt on that. Like that all
yes,
the trainers had to like you remember that
yeah,
like earlier
yep.
on? Yeah, that was barbell 1.0.
So then after that, I was like, okay, we had this big gym,
Yeah.
the strip barbell, and then you decided to open up
Yeah.
Tread
2.0,
Henderson.
3.0. And then
Yeah.
barbell 3.0 and
Yes,
Henderson.
both of them at the same
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Yeah,
It
you
wasn't
did.
meant to be that way, but, like,
It just
one
happened.
happened, we signed it because the other one wasn't happening, then all of a sudden, like, the other one was back on the table, and we're
Yeah,
like, "Do we not do it?" I'm like, "Nope, we'll like,
we're
let's
gonna.
do them both."
Yeah, 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 yeah. So then those two open, and then it was just like expansion over here, and so
Yeah,
yeah, we've grown so much.
yeah. So, I mean, kinda a little bit of, like I'm gonna call it wrapping up, but also, like, self-reflecting, like, I mean, if someone was listening and feels stuck, like, what do you want them to hear?
Ooh, somebody was listening and feels stuck. Okay,
Like
first make a plan. Like, what is your plan? Like, are you trying to quit your job? Are you just trying to get into the gym? Like, what is your plan? And execute it. Like, you can do it as long as you have a plan, like a map, I feel. Sometimes people go blindsided like to certain things, and then they just don't know where to start. And then I feel like they kind of just fail from that because they don't have anything to go off of.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, make a plan and execute it.
yeah, and then last question, what are you most proud of yourself for?
Bro, that's easy. Quitting my job? Like, I'm an entrepreneur now.
Yeah.
It's crazy to say that. It's so crazy to say that I work for myself. Well, besides you, I
Yeah,
work for
sure.
you too.
No, you don't
But
work for me. You're independent trainer. Yeah, I mean, like,
but yeah,
yeah, we provide a great space for you,
yes,
for your clients,
yes,
but I mean,
yes.
like, I don't tell you who to train. I don't tell you how much to charge. Like,
That's true. That's
that's
true.
all on you. Like I said,
Yes,
you have a great support system of people around you,
yeah,
trainer wise, that like will give advice and or like are nice like feedback tools. But like, I
yes,
mean, nothing is like I don't set anything. Like, it's not a standard of like you have to charge this or you can't charge
yeah,
that or you can't do 10 hours a day or can only do one. Like, I want everybody to like thrive and do like what they're doing, but
yeah.
like within the aspect of like what they personally want to do.
Yeah. So
But like,
yes, 100%. I
yeah,
became an entrepreneur and I cannot wait to see what this year brings for me. Honestly, I'm locking in.
yeah.
We're gonna
And then
yeah.
what do you hope that people feel when they train with you?
I hope I want them to feel supported. I
Yeah,
want them to feel strong.
yeah,
Um and I also want them to feel loved.
yeah.
Loved, you know? Some people don't get enough of that. So,
Cool.
yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.